Hello, Sagittarius. Well, hello, this is Lisa with Heart of Inspiration, and I am here to bring you your July 2020 monthly reading, Sun, Moon, and Rising Sagittarius. Well, Sag, it's interesting because there's not a lot of activity in your particular sign. I mean, the South Node is there, kind of chilling, helping you feel like, yep, we're still okay, we're still good. Meanwhile, life is erupting around on the rest of the zodiac wheel, isn't it? So this will be interesting to see what Spirit has for my Sagittarian Sun, Moon, and Rising. So let's get to the tarot. Now, because this is Cancer month, and I'm a Cancer, we are going to be focusing a lot on our heart, right? Making sure that since our heart is our home, that we've got the focus on the heart, and we're living from our heart space authentically. And no matter if you're male or female, we're going to want to focus on our divine feminine. So we're going to be using our Love Your Inner Goddess Oracle deck. So let's see what we have. Be sure these aren't. Okay, good. Let's see what we have for Sagittarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. What do we have for Sagittarius? Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's a little bit bigger. These cards are by Alana Fairchild. I like her Oracle deck. She has a number of them. She's a number of Goddess decks. She's got a Light Worker deck I have. I really like her decks a lot. They're very, the artwork is always like really intense. Very intense. Ooh. So first we have Starborn. We're going to look at that. Okay, Starborn. Oh, okay. I'm gonna put this back. Let's see if she pops back up, because that one's been popping up a whole lot. So let me just make sure. If she comes out again, then I know it's for you. Just bear with me one moment. Okay, Free Spirit. That fits you guys so well, right? Free Spirit. One more, please. Oh, Beautiful Bandit. Okay, these are three I haven't seen yet. So we're going to look at each of them. Let me just... Man, I mean, just looking at these cards without even reading what the Oracle says about them, and I'm looking at them from this point of view. Starborn, do you realize just how special you are, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising? Do you realize that you're kissed by a star? Do you realize that you come from a place beyond darkness, beyond toxic, beyond humanity, beyond all this third dimensional energy, and that your very essence sparkles and your very essence shines and shimmers? And that when people are around you, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, they can't help but feel so much better about themselves. They can't help but be elevated by you. They can't help but be inspired by you, by your free spirit. They can't help but sense and feel and just adore the freedom that you possess to be you, the quirky sometimes, sometimes free spirits are misunderstood, right? It's like, oh, you don't feel any responsibility for anything, and you just kind of go with it, and you don't have any practicality. But that to me is not it. That's not what Spirit is saying. I mean, certainly there are some of that. Sometimes it can be that, right? But when you have a free spirit and you realize you're starborn, you have this beautiful empowerment about you, this beautiful joy and peace, this beautiful tranquility, this beautiful motivation to be the best you that you could possibly be. And that translates big time into being free to hear from Spirit. And I know sometimes you might doubt it because you're like, I can do everything and I can do anything. And you're so like grandiose and you're so like, yes, 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 let's go, 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 right? So inspiring. And new things. You light up with new things all the time. And there's such an authenticity about you and such a a childlike admiration, or, like looking at the world from a child's perspective. There's so much of that within you. But I know that probably gets, as quickly as you can get your hopes up, like it's Christmas morning, they can be dashed just as quickly because people squash it, right? People squash it, and they can crush your dreams and they can crush your spirit. Don't let that happen. I want to read what Beautiful Bandit says. It's an orange card, so I wonder if it's got sacral chakra involved there. What number is she? 29. Let's read Beautiful Bandit. You can choose right now to feel good about yourself. If you've been beating yourself up, stop it now. Don't let anyone else decide how you should feel about yourself. Taking responsibility for your actions means that when you've done something that you feel is out of integrity, you do something about it that's constructive and useful. Damning yourself with judgment or allowing another to steal your self-esteem is neither of those things. The Divine Mother is telling you to forgive yourself and use your energy now to live the best life that you can. It's time to take your life back. How fitting with where we were already going with these two. So I was beginning to sense that someone had just kind of crushed your hopes and your dreams and been kind of like, you know what I mean? Like not been cool and kosher. Not been a good neighbor, so to speak. That's not cool. Okay, that's not what we want. That's not out of integrity. So listen, you may have done something that you feel was kind of maybe out of line or something like that. Maybe you felt like, I don't know. Sometimes I think we get this guilt trip going and, we take it on ourselves. I don't feel like you did anything that was outside of integrity at all. I don't feel that way at all. I feel like you did the best that you could with what you knew how. And if you feel like it's kind of, if it wasn't the right thing or whatever, don't let anybody make you feel overly guilty because you did it at the moment and when you did it, you thought it was the best thing to do. Don't let anyone steal that spirit, that free spirit. Don't let anyone dampen that, man. Don't. Again, you have to remember you're from a higher place. You have a higher energy. You come from Jupiter, which is the Roman version of Zeus, the god of gods, right? The king of the gods. He ran everything. He saw everything. He ran everything. Now he had his little bits of mischievousness, mind you. Yes, he did. But at the end of the day, he really had everybody's best interest at heart, now didn't he? Both human and divine. So you have everybody's best interest at heart. And I don't ever want you to forget where you're from. And I don't ever want you to forget how beautifully and wonderfully created you are. Especially during this time, allow this heart space of yours. Your heart is your home. Allow the heart space to speak. Allow the heart space to love. Allow the heart space to live. Allow the heart space to blossom so that your energy that you're sending out is authentic, beautiful, and it's magical and in its manifestation power. Okay? Remember that. And that really comes from having a free spirit. That comes from allowing your spirit to kind of roam about the cabin and roam about the world. It comes from that. And having the faith that you can do what you set yourself, your intention to. Now, we're going to clarify this with a little bit of tarot. I have a quick commercial for you, so here we go. Welcome back. All right, let's get some tarot to clarify this real quick. It's pretty self-explanatory, I think, but hey, let's go with it. And I'll show them to you in just a second. I found my cards are getting a little beat up. I use the Thelema for my tarot. They've been with me not that long, actually. So, ooh, this is beautiful. All right, we'll have to check out that Two of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So, in clarification for Starborn, we have the Page of Wands. Oops. Hang on, guys. I need to probably bend these just a hair in. Yeah, there we go. Do that for each of them so that they can... Yeah, it works better. Here we go. Page of Wands. So, if I'm going to think about this together here with Star, the Page of Wands is a deliverer of inspiration, a deliverer of exaltation, so I feel like Spirit is going to be giving you your angels and specifically your spirit guides and probably your ancestors, kind of giving you a lot of support. That Two of Swords definitely wanted to be acknowledged, didn't she? Because there are going to be some decisions that you're going to need to be making during July here about your future and which way you're going to go, right? And how you're going to how you are going to move forward in your purpose. But with this Nine of Wands, I'm hearing you already have everything that you need, and it's going to begin to unfold for you without much work, without much effort. With the Ten of Swords, I do feel like the cycle is ending, though, that where a lot of people have been kind of talking about you behind your back. You've removed yourself from that situation and whatnot, and you've shown a great deal of inner strength in overcoming all of that and really kind of doing your shadow work. So Spirit is ready to give you your next step steps, right? The next step along the way. And in your purpose, I feel like this Eight of Pentacles really signifies purposeful work, purposeful career, purposeful moves forward in the divine purpose and the reason why you came here, right? With the free spirit, we have the Six of Cups. Now, let me bend this one. We'll bend them each as we do them. I find that interesting, right? Because I think what I'm hearing in regard to this is, family, friends, past lovers. The past is kind of coming back, and I don't want to say it's haunting you, but what it is, it's giving you pause. So if as a child your kind of dreaminess and all of that wasn't really well appreciated, that might be coming back a little bit and bubbling up. But I want you to take your time and be patient with the Seven of Pentacles. I want you to see each step as if there's an error that you're correcting, or maybe you just misstepped a little bit or whatever, and we need to right the ship. Nothing is ever set in stone, so it's totally fine. And I think you're going to find that it's much easier to right the ship. You'll begin to see little kernels, like little breadcrumbs. This is the way to go, because you are on your way to Ten of Pentacles. Abundance and fulfillment. Like, that's good. Money's coming. Ooh, and the Queen of Pentacles. Stay the course. Could be a Virgo, could be another earth sign, a Taurus, or a Capricorn that is involved here. And it could be somebody that you've known from the past with that Six of Cups, because there's a lot of nostalgia here. There's a lot of, hey, I've been here for you, supporting you, I'm going to be here again. There's a lot of, yeah, maybe we didn't always get along in the past, but I'm here now. And there's a lot of also, I wonder if I made some mistakes. I'm hearing different things for different folks. But you have to stay the course. You're going to begin to see some little nuggets, right? Some little bits and pieces of manifestation, and that it'll show you're on the right way, because you are definitely on your way to Ten of Pentacles. Don't give up now. Be very loving, be very nurturing to yourself, be very patient with yourself. Rome wasn't built in a day. Okay? Rome was not built in a day. So don't expect that yours is going to be built in a day either. All right. And then with beautiful Bandit, don't expect that it's all going to change overnight. It will change. And when it does change, as you walk in Ace of Cups, renewed faith, renewed love of self, renewed happiness, renewed joy, as your cup runneth over, because you're not going to allow yourself to just have to live according to everybody else's rules. And as you run, once all of this is set and settled during the month of July, and I would probably wait till about mid-month, maybe sooner, you'll know when it's time to take off and run. By the end of the month, you will, because you're going to get a whole lot of not just new self-love and renewed self-love, but you're going to get a lot of renewed thought and renewed purpose and renewed hey, this is it. I'm doing the right thing. I'm doing it. And it doesn't matter with this Five of Swords if you have some conflicting discussion. Not everyone's going to agree with you, and that's okay. But you are on the road with this Aquarius energy, and there's a lot of sword energy here as well. So this could be an Aquarius, but you're on your road to wish fulfillment. Everything that you've wanted is beginning to take place, right? And it may seem like the road has been rocky and the road has been a little tough. However, it's not so tough you can't make it. Okay? It's not so tough that you can't make it. All right? It's not so tough that you are just incapable of fighting the good fight and winning the good battle. Okay? You will achieve that which you set your intention to do. Remember where you're from. Remember you're Starborn. Remember your beautiful love and your beautiful light and your divine energy. Remember and fall in love again with your inner goddess, with your divine feminine creative abilities, and stay the course. You'll know when it's time to take off, running full steam ahead, and that time's going to come sometime during this month. All right? Thank you so much. Thank you, Sag, for being here. I really, really very much appreciate it. You saw from the commercial we are having, if there's some cords that need to be cut, some relationships that you just really need ended, and you just can't seem to figure out how to end it, visit heartofinspiration.net, and right there under readings and live sessions and things like that, you'll be able to go on and get that cord cutting course. Okay. It's gonna fill up really fast, so don't wait. Okay, don't wait. And I'm looking forward to seeing you there. We're gonna do it in a group. We're gonna get it done. It's gonna be fantastic. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for liking, subscribing, and sharing. I love you very much. Namaste. Bye-bye. Thank you.